Brian Becker is the managing partner and CEO of RSM. Brian, it's good to see you.
Great to see you.
Thank you for your time. And first of all, first time we've had a chance to sit down as you are the new managing director, CEO of RSM. How's it going?
It's going great. You know, just being part of this, and I've done a listening tour, and the Birdies for Love, the Davis Love Foundation, seeing the energy in all of our offices as they get involved. That's what's great to me. You know, there's the business side of it, but seeing what we do in the communities, that's really fun for me.
And I do want to talk to you about the RSM Classic and how it aligns with the values of RSM. But let's back up just for a second, because it's rare that we get a chance to speak with someone of your stature in any firm. So I want to start with point one. If you and I were sitting next to each other like this at, say, a bar in an airport somewhere, and you said, I'm the managing partner and the CEO of RSM, and I said, what's RSM? What would the answer be?
It would be, we're a first choice advisor to middle market leaders globally. So we do accounting, audit, as you're familiar with, tax, and consulting. And we want to be that first choice advisor for the middle market, which means not an option, but they want to come to us because we have all the expertise to help them in their specific industry.
Yep.
And we are a partner with them. So we partner with them through this transformation that all of us are going through right now in technology. Obviously, that involves accounting, involves a lot of things like software. And we just want to be their partner. And that's what they really appreciate.
To that point, as we seem to be, according to most experts, on the verge of at least some economic turmoil, if we're not already thrust into the same, how important is it then for businesses that you are targeting to say, you know what, make sure that you're getting the information that you need so that in uncertain times, you can have a little more certainty in your decision making?
Yeah, it's a great point, because what you'll find is that there's a big resource shortage going on. And obviously, middle market companies need expertise, and it's hard for companies like that to have all of that in-house. And so in economic times, that's when they need more help, because we can, you know, supplement their staff and provide that expertise so that we can help them focus on their business.
Yeah.
And so they can't have cybersecurity people. I mean, they could, but they're probably not going to be the experts that do it every day like we have. And so the more that we can partner with them to work on the parts of the business that they need, but lets them focus on what they do best, that's what we want to accomplish.
Excellent. Now, this week, what we are seeking to accomplish, of course, is to crown a champion of the RSM Classic. But that's the athletic endeavor. That's the PGA Tour event that's going on here, which is great fun, and we're looking forward to that as well. However, there's more at play. The RSM Classic is impacting lives. And I'm curious about when you came in as a managing partner and the CEO of RSM, and you're looking at everything that your firm is involved in, where does this RSM Classic fit and why?
Well, it's huge, because as I think of, it's not just profits, it's purpose. And when I took this job, I did this listening tour around all of our offices, and we have all these events locally, and it's Birdies for Love, and they get to pick the charity that they want. And just a simple story, this last week, we had one of the recipients from Cedar Rapids. Zach Johnson has a foundation there, and it's this young lady, she's 18 years old, and her parents came over from Bosnia. Her father was in a concentration camp. They found their way to America, and she was struggling in school. And so we have a shot in college where we offer a scholarship for her. And to see her this last week on stage talking about how she was able to support her parents' dream. Her parents get up at 3 a.m., work till 5 p.m., and her being choked up, and her mom's in the audience. And that's what drives our people, because here's somebody who's very intelligent. She wants to be an attorney. I'm trying to talk to her about that, but she wants to be an attorney. And but to see the pride in her eyes, and to see her mother out there, really tears in her eyes, to see her daughter get an opportunity that she would not have gotten without the work of this. So it is about giving, and we have stories like that all across our offices across the United States, Canada, and the world.
It is so cool.
Yeah.
And of course, this week there was another announcement about giving, which means that this RSM Classic, now in its 13th edition, has well over $30 million that has gone back into these local communities and touched lives, just like the story that Brian was talking about. And of course, this week on Wednesday, we had the kids from the Special Olympics, people from the Special Olympics, and then the kids from the Boys and Girls Clubs playing, and then the RSM executives acting as caddies as we went down this little putting contest. It was so much fun. And there's so much of that surrounds this event. And that's what I was getting at, that at this RSM Classic, there's a lot that goes on that's outside of the ropes, not to mention the fact that, in fact, there's our tickets still available. If any of you watching us from coast to coast or want to be in Georgia and come to a beautiful place and get this close to the PGA Tour players on 2 different golf courses at this event. Where and how does everything that we're talking about, and Birdies for Love or Power for Love, how does all of this connect to, do you think, Brian, the culture that is RSM?
Yeah, I mean, we really strive for culture because we want to be compelling. We want to be compelling to our clients, but we want to be compelling to our people. And one way to be compelling to our people is to have that unrivaled, inclusive culture. And that starts with us. We like to call it the 5 C's.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Yeah.
So the first thing is about caring. We want to be curious with each other and understand each other. That's hard to do nowadays. People want to take sides, but we want to be curious and understand and collaborate. Know that working together will get farther than working alone. And that's hard in today's society. And then we want to apply critical thinking. That's the 4th C. And then the 5th is my favorite, and that's courage. You know, have the courage to stand up when you see something that's maybe not inclusive, that maybe is not the right culture that we want, and have the courage to make choice to change. We are in a society, and we're going through a transformation internally, and our clients are going through it. So have the courage to speak up and really do what's right. And that's all we ask for our people, and they see it when we support that.
I love it. I like the 5 C's. I might get that tattooed right here. So this week at the RSM Classic, you have people that have been on site all week. They've been talking to us at the different banquets, Davis and Zach and Chris and more. You have a team, RSM, on the golf side. Could you talk to us about that and how you chose the members of your team?
Sure. And well, first, they're all great golfers, as you know, and they're all great competitors and great winners. But we chose them because they also have a purpose outside their sport. Mm-hmm. And you know, it started with Zach Johnson and Davis Love III. Those are the names that everybody knows, and great ambassadors. We just signed Kyle Westmoreland recently, who served our country, and that's very special to me. I had a grandpa that passed away at Battle of the Bulge in World War II, and my mom is really tied to that piece. And so we like to honor our veterans. We have employee network groups, and one of them honors those. And then we have 2 women, Maria Fossey, who had a great week a couple of weeks ago, and she's a great ambassador for us, and then Megan Kang.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we're proud of them of how they perform, but more proud of how they really fit our culture, and they want to have purpose. They want to help people and give back, and that's really what's most important to us.
This week has been very busy for everybody here, certainly for you as the new managing partner and CEO of RSM. How are you holding up?
It's great. You know, first of all, we're in Sea Island, so
yeah.
Where else would you rather be? And, you know, just being with the people, you know, it's been a long time with the pandemic, and I don't know about you, but seeing everybody together has been gratifying to me.
Agree.
And like you said, come on out. It's a chance to get access that you ordinarily wouldn't get access to, and one of the best resorts in the world.
rsmclassic.com if you want more information on anything that has to do with this tournament that Brian's talking about. My friend, it is great to see you. Congratulations again on the new position. It's an honor to have you open up our show for us today.